First up, standing at
And Lee first of all, with that Korean flag preceding him into the arena. Pretty experienced campaigner now, he's 27. Several titles under his belt. And it's a really big day for that man, Mark CALJOUW, the Netherlands. See how emotional he was yesterday when he won his semi-final. So you wonder what it's going to be like if he wins today. And this on paper looks like a pretty even match. Officials on court, as you can see. So we're just about to have the handshake, get things underway here. So for those of you who are new to badminton, there'll be a 2-minute knock-up, very short knock-up, and then we'll be underway. And all the presentations, by the way, today will happen after each individual match. So the men's singles presentation will follow this match in the arena. Well, there's CALJOUW's profile. 30 is his best ever ranking. Tall man at 6 feet. He's only 23, but he's a pretty experienced customer. He made his international debut when he was just 17, and he's having a good season. He's won 9 of the 13 matches that he's played so far in the calendar year. There's his path through to the final, just taken to 3 sets by Keun in the second round. Other than that, it's been pretty much plain sailing. And his opponent from Korea, Lee's ranked at number 38. That best of 16, you can see that was a couple of years ago. Also a 6-footer. And actually, he might be the first to admit he's somewhat surprised to reach this final. Only won 4 of 9 prior to coming here. See that victory over the number 1 seed, the legendary Lin Dan, who retired in the second game when he was way behind. But you can see he had a real battle. That semi-final lasting an hour and a half yesterday. There's 2 other matches, even though they were straight games. It was tough. And Lin Morn from the United States is in the chair for this one. And the service judge is Daniel Wolf from Austria. Might just be a few nerves around. It would be surprising if there weren't.
Keun, Korea. And on my left, Mark CALJOUW, Netherlands. Lee Dong-kyun to serve. Love all. Play.
So Lee gets this men's singles final underway. Best of 3 games, of course. We might be in for a few longish rallies this afternoon.
1 love.
Just looks to have settled slightly the better, the Dutchman.
2-love.
He got off to an absolute flyer in his semi-final yesterday. Really took JRM to the cleaners in the early stages. Never really looked back, and he's threatening to do a similar thing here. First 3 points in the bag for CALJOUW.
3-love.
And an early change of shuttle. One of the things that was very noticeable about CALJOUW's semi-final victory yesterday was that it hardly made a single
4-love.
unforced error. JRM had to produce something special to win a point against him. And already Lee has made several mistakes that you wouldn't necessarily expect from a player of his caliber. Just about hit the line. No, it didn't. It's wide of a line. Until he gets something on the board, it's going to be extremely unsettled, you would imagine. All the variety coming from CALJOUW at the moment. And another point for the Dutchman. Almost drawing him in, pushing him back, waiting for the error.
6-love.
Well, I said on paper, this looked like it ought to be close. It still may be, very early stages, but CALJOUW has come flying out the traps here. And Lee looks rattled. 6-love. Well, it took an error for Lee to get on the board, but at least he's got his first point. Maybe that'll settle him down a little bit. Terrific shot from CALJOUW. He's got that kind of hang in mid-air with that jump smash.
7-1. Across the way, yeah. He sees it, yeah.
This is a reminder that no flash photography is allowed in the hall.
Missed it wide.
8-1.
There is a temptation sometimes when you're several points behind just to try and go for pretty much everything. It wasn't a bad effort, in fact. He's right on the back line, just a fraction out with his aim. But the upshot is that CALJOUW is storming away in this first game.
Eight, 1.
Lee has been up inside the world's top 20 as recently as a couple of years ago. That's better from the Korean.
Service over.
Not hitting the line, so
8.
Decided to go for the body. It's a pretty good tactic. Good defense initially. Oh, placement. Absolute perfection from CALJOUW. Just took a little bit off it as well.
9-2.
Placement, deception, and pinpoint accuracy. Missed that one, though. He played very well yesterday, CALJOUW, but to say, May started even better today.
3-9.
Yeah, it's just not deep enough from Lee. And for a player of CALJOUW's ability from that kind of range, there was a distinct inevitability about the outcome. Look at that from mid-court. Well kept alive by Lee. Has he made it? I think he did. He deserved to.
Four, 10.
Oh, it's a great get by CALJOUW. And he'll go for the interval with an 11-4 lead, and that's probably a pretty fair reflection of what we've seen so far, even though the latter stages were just signs that Lee was starting to gather himself, but he's 7 points adrift. The interval, which has gone, well, I would imagine better than even CALJOUW himself would have expected. Just 8 minutes of play, 8 minutes that have been dominated by the Dutchman.
20 seconds. 20 seconds. Thank you. Lee and Port.
Lee just been gently encouraged by Lynn Maud.
11-4. Play.
So can CALJOUW continue where he left off before that interval, because he really was in a different league to his opponent. Well, he did really well to block the first one, CALJOUW. I mean, I think that frustrated Lee. He missed the second one by a margin.
12-4.
Right in the middle of the tram lines.
Lee, show him where. Thank you. Thank you. On court.
There was an opportunity, just dragged it wide of the sideline. Well, he hasn't missed many.
5-12.
We can forgive him that one.
Shuttle. Lee. Continual play. Too much delay. Too much delay.
Just a hint there from Lynn Morn that if he continues to just slow things down, a yellow card might appear. Yeah, lovely deception from the back of the court from CALJOUW. Just took all the pace off it, floated it.
13-5.
And Lee didn't read it at all. Really clever. Well, he had a 7-point lead at the interval. Now he's cleared by 9. And this first game, inexorably going the Dutchman's way so far.
14-5.
Yeah, that's a terrific shot from Lee. Well, even get a racket on that CALJOUW. Couldn't control it. We want to see a really competitive match, clearly.
14.
Lee's doing his best, but just being outclassed at the minute.
Thank you.
CALJOUW had a really prodigious junior career. He won the silver medal at the European Championship Boys Singles 5 years ago. Lee also, go back far enough, 10 years ago. Boys Singles at the World Juniors, got a bronze. Point that really tested both men's fitness levels, and as he has done so often in the opening game, CALJOUW comes out on top.
(15-6). Lee.
A rare error from the Dutchman.
7-15.
See the excellent crowd that's inside the Titan Gym this afternoon. Pretty much every seat taken. And pretty much everything going Mark CALJOUW's way.
16-7.
Lovely touch. Expression from Lee was almost like, can't really deal with it. That's a bit more promising though.
Service over.
Hasn't had many opportunities to hit the overhead from that close in.
8-16.
It's normally been right on the back line or behind the back line. That time mid-court, and he made it pay.
Service over. 17-8.
Little exchange of hairpins mid-rally.
Service over. 9-17.
Well, he thought about it long and hard. First he was going to leave it, then he was going to play it.
17.
Then he left it. Right decision in the end. Can almost see the cogs whirring inside his head there. That's disappointing, though. But it may have been too late anyway in this opening game for him to try and salvage it, but wants to make CALJOUW work for it. It's done so much damage, that shot in the first game.
19-10.
Anything you can do. Crowd love exchanges like that.
20.
Let's watch this.
Game point.
Who's
10.
got the cutest touch? Well, there's a little bit of help from the net, obviously, but still entertaining to watch. And it's game point here. That's long, though.
Service over. 11-20.
Well, he's still got 9 more. Best shot we've seen, I reckon, from Lee.
12-20.
Missed by a fraction, but he
13,
still got the insurance
20.
of another barrel load of game points here. Maybe just trying to be a little bit too elaborate that time. So that's 4 game points saved by the Korean.
14-20. Mark, do you want to show him? Serena. Hold on, please. Yep. Thank you.
That'll do very nicely from CALJOUW's point of view. 21 points to 14. He takes the opening game. He was in charge of it from the start, led 6-love, and never really looked back after that. So plenty of work for Lee to do. Try and get back into this match. 20 minutes to game time. I mean, interesting if you think about it. After that, the opening 6 points, they pretty much shared the rest, but the damage had largely been done by them, as CALJOUW had the initiative.
American badminton fans, you got some love for Korea. Let me hear you make some noise.
I think he showed enough, though, in that opening game to suggest that he is capable of getting back into this. CALJOUW certainly won't be complacent, even though he's got this first game in the bag.
I do want to remind you guys, raffle tickets are for sale. We have some amazing prizes. Let's go.
They were outside, some of them a couple of hours before the start time. It's around about 1:30 local time here in California. That was the moment CALJOUW confirmed the first game. So 1 game away from taking down the title. First prize, incidentally, a little over 11,000 US dollars. 7,000 ranking points that go with it. CALJOUW serving. Always looked to have the upper hand in that rally. He's the aggressor. And after the start that Lee made in the first game, just sense he can't afford to get 5 or 6 points behind again. Try and catch up difficult. All the impetus is with the European. With a little help from the net cord, Lee's on the board in the second game.
1-all.
Shot out of nowhere, really. Didn't expect that.
2-1.
Oh, superb angle. All of a sudden, found his form, Lee. He won the first game in his semi-final yesterday. Still taken to to 3 by Wang Chanawan. Ferocious power though from CALJOUW.
2-3.
Just a little casual maybe, CALJOUW there at the net. Snatched at it slightly.
4-2.
A bit of encouragement here for the Korean.
Thank you.
Now he's on a bit of a roll. Amazing how the
5-2.
momentum of a match can potentially shift in the blink of an eye. Missed it. Crowd got excited for a moment, and they saw the line judge extend his arms.
3-5. Service over. 6-3. Thank you.
Nicely done again. Great deception. And all of a sudden, Lee's calling all the shots here.
7-3.
Best rally of the match, and fittingly decided by tremendous winner from Lee. He's found something in the second game from somewhere. Delightful shot. At the moment, I suspect CALJOUW's wondering where its next point's coming from.
9-3.
Remember, he was 11-4 up at the interval in the first game. And it looks as though it's going to be a similar scoreline in Lee's favour in the second. We needed that. That's an understatement.
4-9. over.
Well, great defence in the middle of that rally from CALJOUW, but in vain in the end.
10-4. Nope, stand court, stand court. Lead. Play. 10-4.
Umpire getting a little irritated. He finally will serve. No, great shot. That's what he was doing in the first game.
Settle, please. 5-10.
It's a very late decision and a pretty predictable challenge
Lee Dong-yoon
from the Korean.
challenges called out.
This close, I think. It's almost like it was an afterthought from the line judge. So for the first time today, over to Hawkeye. Called out, remember. Oh, bang on the line. That's what they think of it.
Service over. 11-5.
So we're at the interval now, 11-5 in Lee's favour. Complete turnaround from what we saw in the first game.
Seconds. 20 seconds.
So that little glimpse of the trophies there.
$11-5. Play.
Couldn't have placed that any better if he'd literally put it on the line with his hand. Took advantage of the drift as well.
12-5.
From behind him. That was easy pickings as well. So as soon as CALJOUW played that shot, he knew what was coming. Well, the first game, Dutchman in complete control. And it's the polar opposite. Second game so far. Well, the lift was barely mid-court from Lee, and very straightforward overhead winner from CALJOUW, but as you can see on the scoreboard, he needs more of those. On the line, and it will be challenged. So after no Hawkeyes, we've now had a couple in quick succession. Called in. See whether CALJOUW's going to get the point? He certainly is.
Challenge unsuccessful.
Maybe just wanted a bit of a breather there, Lee. He was pretty close to where the shuttle landed.
14.
To assume that he knew it was good. But it's a bit of a non-stop barrage on CALJOUW now from the Korean.
15-7.
Jump smashes, drives, deception.
Is it bleeding? Okay. Seven.
Well, it was a lovely angle that Lee found on the backhand there.
17.
Might have just surprised CALJOUW a little bit. Far away now from levelling up the match. We'll just delay him a little bit.
Service over. 8-17.
Once again, quick hands of Lee force the error.
18-9. Service over. 10-18.
CALJOUW trying to make Lee work for this second game. Well, that's a shot he's played so well in this game, Lee. He takes the pace off with the deception from the back of the court, but not that time.
11-18.
Good business with that.
12-18.
Shot that said, I'm not prepared to concede this game yet.
Thank you. Fault. Receiver. 13-18.
Eagle eyes from the umpire there. So Lee has to suck it up. May have only delayed the inevitable though, because Lee is just a couple of points away.
13.
Not the quickest of players, is he? Any number of shuttle changes. We've had the shoelace. He's been chastised a couple of times by Lynn Morn, the umpire, but he's on course here to take us to a deciding game. Great rally. And at a couple of stages, it looked like Lee was going to win the point. He didn't. A couple of heroic gets.
14.
That was one.
19.
That was another. If CALJOUW can win the next couple of points, might just sow a few seeds of doubt in Lee's mind. There's one of them.
Play on.
All of a sudden, the Dutchman looks sharper here. Lee looks like he might have just frozen up a little bit. A huge lead for most of his game. And that was only 3 points ahead. And that was very tentative.
Let's Lee.
The comeback continues.
Fine, play on. Play on. Play on. Play. 17, 19. Thank you.
CALJOUW right in this now. Well, that might have gone out, you know. Yeah, decided he couldn't risk it. I guess they say if you're not sure, play it. You might be regretting it now because here are 3 game points for the Korean.
Game point 17. Very fast. Very fast. Thank you. Change the shuttle.
That's it. Well, he established the advantage early in that game, and now Lee takes it 21-17. And we're gonna have a final game decider for the US Open title here between these two. Was the moment.
American fans, just grab up thunder stakes and put them together as the third game is coming out. Look for our volunteers going out those thunder stakes. Special thanks to YONEX.
Well, it was a really game attempt to fight back from CALJOUW. Looked absolutely dead and buried in that game. In the end, he certainly worried Lee. That's what they're playing for, along with a little matter of a check for $11,250.
Final game. Love all.
So here's the decider.
Service over.
And it looks virtually impossible to pick a winner here between these two. Well, terrific rally considering how energy sapping it was and the stage of the game into the final game.
1-all. Line judge. One more, please. Still there. Thank you. Towel. Thank you. That one's broken. It's broken, Mark.
I think CALJOUW just starting to get a little irritated the way that Lee's slowing the game down. I heard the umpire just confirmed that that shuttle was broken. He'll be frustrated with that.
2-1. It's over.
Let's get the feeling this might be a nip and tuck game between these two. Majority of the crowd siding with Lee. Oh, well placed. Very subtle touch. And even when CALJOUW got the dive out, he couldn't get onto it.
3-all. Thank you. Three all. Play. Service over.
Wouldn't be the biggest surprise if the unforced error count creeps up.
4-3.
Both pretty tired out there. That's a soft point for CALJOUW. Service error by Lee.
5-3. Keun challenges, hold out.
It was called out, and immediately, and he was looking right down the line at it, which would suggest this will be close. Difference between a 1-point lead and a 3-point advantage, obviously, even in the early part of the game, significant. And the call will stand.
Challenge unsuccessful. 1 challenge remaining. 6-3.
Ah, CALJOUW suddenly on fire, the Dutchman.
Play on.
Once again, Lee wants to change the shuttle. Umpire not having it this time.
7-3.
I think Lee thought he was going to go cross court with that, and he went down the line on the short side. Unlucky. It's good play by Lee.
Service over.
CALJOUW giving absolutely nothing up, and a crowd that is completely
4-7.
engaged in this match now.
Line judge in the front. Thank you. Can you show them where it marks? Thank you. Change the shuttle.
There's just a real contrast in the urgency of both players. CALJOUW wants to get on with it straight away, and Lee slowing the match down whenever he can. CALJOUW in the ascendancy at the moment. Wasn't going to look that gift horse in the mouth, though.
5-8.
judgment.
Service
CALJOUW.
over. 9-6.
Missed it. Well, he went full length, but he didn't have to,
Service over.
as it turned out.
7-9.
Match time approaching an hour. And still, really no nearer to knowing which of these two men's going to win the title.
Thank you. Change the shuttle.
Well, he went for it, and it was an opportunity from mid-court. He'll be disappointed he missed that.
9.
Oh, really launched himself into that.
Nine all.
Oh, he finds a winner out of nothing again. Absolutely nothing that Mark CALJOUW could do about that.
10-9. Change. Play.
Well, what a point.
Service over.
CALJOUW somehow stayed in it and ended up winning it.
All.
Missed by a whisker. The Korean. So we had a little enforced break while they mopped the court. We'll have another break after this point.
11.
CALJOUW is the one with the fist pump. He has a narrow advantage as they go for the interval in the deciding game. But really, it's anyone's from this point. Never been more than a couple of points in it, this final game.
What an incredible match so far. I'm having goosebumps just watching this. Let's see how the next finals unfold in the second half.
20 seconds.
Let's go.
20 seconds. Coaches. Thank you, coach. Coach, time to leave. Thank you. Blake. Blake just changed it. 11-10, lead.
Once again, Lee trying to slow this down. CALJOUW is getting visibly irritated by this. There's a bit of anger in that.
Twelve, 10. Line judge.
Yeah, there's a huge area of dampness on the court there, which he's pointing out.
Thank you. Yes. Twelve, 10. Blake.
Quite get to it, CALJOUW, or get it over the net at any rate.
Service over.
And every time one player or the other establishes a 2 or 3 point lead, the other comes straight back. It's the case here again.
All.
Missed it.
Service over.
Second game he was landing those with gay abandon.
13-12.
Well over an hour into the match though. A little bit of weariness setting in. As we get towards the business end of this deciding game. CALJOUW 1 point ahead. Oh.
Service over.
Just about perfect. Just had the weight to clear the net. Dropped like a stone on the other side.
Lead. Play.
He just frustrated him into that with some brilliant blocking. Sometimes defense can be as entertaining as attack. He just kept coming back, and in the end, CALJOUW lost his patience, lost his technique. And now he's lost the lead. Oh, well played. Just steered the block away from his opponent.
14.
Locked together again. Yeah, good leave.
Over. 15-14. Over.
Well, it's almost alternate points at the moment. So much tension out there. Who's got the mental resolve? The last few points, that was a really deft touch.
16-15. Lead. Play. No, play. 16-15. Play on.
We're counting down every point now, Lee. 4 away. As CALJOUW misses the jump smash. It's out. That could be a pivotal point for Lee Keun. CALJOUW did absolutely everything in his power to win it. Came out second best. Ongoing shoelace issues for Lee. So, shoelace, towel, drink. He's going to have a picnic in a minute. But he's only 3 points away from the title.
15. Play.
Maybe went for just too acute an angle with that shot. And CALJOUW's not done with yet.
16-18.
Oh, he's missed it. He's going to challenge it. And I guess he has to at this juncture, really. Thought he'd made it at first. He still might have, depending on what Hawkeye decides here. Didn't miss by much, but miss it did.
For the over, one challenge remaining. $19-16.
That error from the Dutchman gives Lee 3 championship points.
20, match point, 16.
He was outclassed in the first game, but came back strongly in the second and the third eventually. And Lee Keun beats Mark CALJOUW in 3 tightly contested games. Around an hour and a quarter on court. And Lee is the US Open champion. Look at the final points again. Amazing how fortunes fluctuated throughout the contest.